Because I like and would love to just have music playing for you guys when I get on YouTube. But unfortunately, they don't have that feature for us to just go ahead and start doing our music. Ooh, let me tell y'all, I'm tired. I'm so tired. But I don't have an option but to get up and go today. So it is what it is. FYI, I'm using a whole filter. Wait, hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on one second. Okay, I am back. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Do y'all like this background? Isn't this just as beautiful? Isn't this gorgeous and goes with the theme of the channel for people who care about like aesthetic and stuff like that? Very, very cute. All right, I'm low energy this morning, y'all. I want to wake y'all up with some beautifulness. First of all, you are worthy. Secondly, you are beautiful, both inside and out. And thirdly, no matter what up mother could do today, don't let it mess with your energy because you got this. You heard what I said. Clock that. Birkin, what's going on, twin? What is going on with the twin? You already know it. You already know it. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so guys, just real quick today, what I'm finna talk to you about in this video. Good morning, Sam. I am. What's going on with it? I was just thinking about you. Oh, that's very, very sweet. Y'all, we're gonna be talking about a little bit of Bernie Mac. We're gonna be talking about Iman Shumpert and his DV situation and whatever else that I feel like I might want to talk about at the time. Oh, clock T, y'all. I just went like, y'all know how I like to go live like this and just talk about my life, but I can't do it on the internet like that anymore because these trolls want to make salaciousness over my life and make money off of my life telling fake stories and stuff. So what I decided to do was I decided to go onto Patreon. So I'm sitting there and I'm uploading my old footage on Patreon, like a talk with my brother and me. But at the bottom on my Patreon, and I'm gonna eventually go through and show y'all. And I'm gonna publish it as a short. But at the bottom, I do descriptions. So like where I'm talking to my brother, I'm like, damn, it's crazy that my brother was on the streets at this time, but now he's lives in a house with his girlfriend. Yes, she a little slow and she's disabled, which he usually goes after because he likes to take advantage of women. And I hate that. But I love that my brother is off the streets today in 2025. Like those are the type of ways that I'm recapping it. So I'll publish the video. And then at the bottom, where in the description box, I'm writing my update like, oh, this was crazy. That day was nuts. This is what I did and da 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 da. So it's real, it's put together in a specific way where it's like a literal recap versus like a orature recap, like orally. But anyway, with that being said, my Patreon. So I was sitting there and I saw the go live button on Patreon. And I was like, wait a minute, I can go live on Patreon. I was like, click. And it had me live just like this. And I realized I can go live every day on Patreon and just talk about my life and do my regular scheduled program versus me having to be on YouTube where other people are taking information from me that belongs to me and treating it as if it's okay for them to recap in a negative way. Now, if you happen to pay for a membership tier, because I'm going to put all these videos on membership tier on YouTube anyway, eventually, right? And also I'll continue uploading on membership tier in that way, or with certain things included. But as far as my life and my journey and me coming out of there and all of that stuff, that is all on gonna be on Patreon. And trust me, I have been filming. So yeah, just know that. Speaking of filming, what the hell going on with Iman Shumpert? Who would have thought? Now listen, don't this make y'all think Iman Shumpert been beating on women, including Tiana Taylor, for a long time, and that maybe why Tiana chose to leave Iman Shumpert? Maybe she couldn't ruin her own reputation by ruining his reputation and saying something, so she decided not to say nothing. But maybe he been beating her ass this whole time, and we just have not known because Iman Shumpert um literally got arrested in Atlanta. Okay. But let me say this. Let me say this. This woman claims that Iman Shumpert hit her. There was a witness that said Iman Shumpert didn't hit her. But according to the police report, okay, at 4:37 in the morning. Now, what the hell are you doing woke that early? Okay. What are y'all doing still woke? Because I know you didn't just go to sleep and wake up and start arguing at 4:30 in the morning. No, this says to me, drunk, high, this is the end of our night. We're coming down, getting ready to argue type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So the police were called to Iman Shumpert's residence in Atlanta 4:37 in the morning. When they arrived, they saw him putting a suitcase outside of his house. The incident began when Donajor, that's her name, Donajor, started arguing in his room about him talking to other women while another woman was in the room. So there were women at the house. 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, at Iman Shumpert's house. What's up, Queen Keish, baby? What's going on? And so what the hell are these women doing at your house at 4:30 in the morning? I mean, and what was this lady thinking y'all was getting ready to do? Not have a freak Nick? And you got women at your house at 4:30 in the damn morning? Of course they finna get the freak off. They finna have a freak off. It's gonna be baby oil around these females' mouths. What do you think is getting ready to happen at 4:30 in the morning? Why y'all still woke? What are y'all on? Come on now. We know what's going on out here in these streets. According to the police report and body cam footage, she said that Shumpert had dragged her by her wrist and her foot towards the stairs. So basically, she was sideways, right? And here he is just dragging. Imagine that. Now, I done got my ass dragged around the house before. I'm not going to lie. I done been in that type of relationship where somebody done drug me from the back to the front of my house, and I had to damn call the police. Hold on, because I know damn well that you did not just drag the dragon like that. All right? Now your ass got to go. Because you're a grown man and I can't fight with you. That's the issue I'm having right here, right? Obviously, Iman Shumpert is a grown man. And I understand you want her to leave. Call someone to remove her. Don't ever, as a man, make the mistake. This is where men make the mistake, right? Don't ever, as a man, make the mistake to ever think that it's okay for you to physically handle the situation. Call your damn cousin. Call your mama. I don't give a damn. Call your sister, your auntie, somebody that can come talk to her. Baby, you don't need this. We don't, he's getting ready to call the police. Baby, just go on, leave. You're welcome to come over here and I'll take you where you have to go if you want me to pick you up. You know what I'm saying? Call somebody to remove this woman from your house. You are Iman Shumpert. You ain't one of these raggedy hood niggas out here that's on the corner and don't have nobody to call. Don't have nobody to call because you're so angry you done isolated yourself from everybody. You're not one of those people. You're Iman Shumpert. There's people that want to come for you. So why is it that you feel like you needed to put your hands physically on this woman? I have no clue. That was about the stupidest thing that I've ever actually heard from Iman Shumpert, even before Teyana Taylor. That was stupid. The hell is you doing? Okay. So somebody asked her from TMZ, is that lawful to be dragged by your hands and your feet? And then she said that he hit her. She specifically said that she wants to press charges on Iman Shumpert because he hit her. It is not lawful to take anyone and move them from a spot they don't want to be moved in, even if it's in your home, if they're not robbing or harming you. If you let them in your home, you're going to have to call the police and get holy hell to get them out. Call your damn mama. Okay, call somebody that can talk to the girl. Don't call them to put bows, because you call them to put bows, hell, y'all both might end up going. You know what I'm saying? But call somebody that can handle that for you. And by the way, I never saw Iman Shumpert as this type of person, but y'all know how relationships are. You got the jump off, she come over. She come over thinking she finna have a spot as the wife. She want to be the next Tiana Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Here she comes sassing her boobs, flicking her nipples and gyrating, vibrating her crotch. You know what I'm saying? All in your house, and you thinking, oh, I'm finna get me a piece of that. You get you a piece or two. The next thing you know, here come this woman thinking that y'all go together. Go together. Tell them hoes we go together. Oh, real hard. And the reason being is because these men, they wine, dine, and love bomb, especially black men. Especially black men. Black men will cater to you. They will do everything you need them to do, give you some bomb do all of that stuff, and then you know what? And then they'll drop you every this and that under the sun. You'll be every horrible woman that they've ever met, and they'll want nothing to do with you. That's just how it is. I'm just saying. And so perhaps this girl experienced that, but I could just imagine her coming in there thinking she had the next spot. She want to stay in that plush little comfortable bed, and then, not wanting to leave. She get into an argument like, oh, you just did it up and you want me to leave by morning? You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I came all the way from Wooty to be over here. And he like, well, I got business to handle. And I'm just saying, I'm just hypothetically imagining the situation that could have led them to this argument at 4:30 in the morning. Also, there's a lot more that I could uh, imagine based on the fact that, hello, it's 4:30 in the morning. Y'all are woke partying with another girl in the room. She's mad because you have another broad in the room. Why? Because what's going on over there? Anyway, but she did say that he hit her, and the other woman told the officers that he asked her twice to leave the room, and then he grabbed her by her wrist and escorted her out, but it was not done in an aggressive manner. I don't think it really matters, because it's California, so she didn't fight back, so it's not mutual combat. That's basically like simple battery. At the end of the day, something like that. So even if she did press charges for something like that, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Let me look it up because ain't no way. That's like simple battery. Hold on. What would be the charge for simple battery? I mean the charge. Lord, that is not what I meant to say.
Simple battery is usually a misdemeanor, which could mean up to 6 months in jail, fines, probation, community service, or mandatory counseling. The exact penalties depend on the location and the details of the case.
All right, so let's get into that. First of all, let's get simple battery, and let's say this mother go to court. Let's say Iman Shumpert ends up going to court for simple battery, you guys. Okay, you're the judge. Iman Shumpert's never been before you for batterizing or assaulting any other woman in his life, even in his room, have his back and his face against me. It's we. Are they effing? We're not that. We are the judge right now, right? And the judge sees, well, he probably did this woman wrong. And I do understand that it is not illegal for him to ask her to leave his house. It is illegal for him to forcefully put her out of his house if he legally let her in. However, is this something that is catastrophic? Did he hurt this woman? Did this woman egg him on? All this other stuff, right? You're the judge. You have an option between jail for 6 months, fines, probation, community service, or counseling. What are you choosing? I'm gonna tell you the truth. If I was being realistic, I would give Iman Shumpert mandatory counseling, anger management, and that would be it. That would be it. Like this, he asked this lady to leave his house. I don't understand what, you know what I'm saying? Like I would just that, because they would probably have to do something if it didn't get dropped. Okay, because actually what he did is up to a $2,000 fine, and it's the penal code section 242. It's called simple battery. That's all that is. I just looked it up just right now. That's all that is. This woman is sitting there acting like Iman Shumpert then beat her across the head, talking about she want to press charges and everything else. This is how men's reputations get ruined. And before cameras and before these men were willing to speak out, because you got to remember, at one point these NBA players and actors and stuff like that, they wouldn't even speak back. They wouldn't even speak out. They wouldn't even shoot back. They wasn't doing the Chris Brown. You lied on me for raping you, so I'm finna sue you and get thousands of dollars from you that I know you don't have to pay me. So you're gonna have to pay me for the rest of your life, even though I'm already rich. Because Chris Brown is a savage like that. 50 Cent is a savage like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of these men wasn't dumping down like that on on people back in the day. Iman Shumpert is, oh, he's old money, even though he's not an old man. Iman Shumpert is old effing money. Come on now. So with that being said, I'm kind of glad he said something. But so he dragged her by her wrist and her foot towards the stairs. Not good. Is that lawful? She want to press charges. The other woman said that that's not what happened. Okay, according to TMZ, The officers did not see any visible bruising on this woman, any markings or injuries on her body. So at this time, no charges were no charges were filed just based on her statement because of the lack of evidence. Baby, you don't even have a video. You have a video. And I don't even think if they did, like, let's say Iman went to court like we just hypothetically did, I don't think they would give him any type of real anything. Like I said, if they don't just dismiss it, what? Anger management, if anything. Like, they wouldn't do much in this case. This woman is, I don't know, it feel real bitter and angry over there where she at. It stink all of a sudden in this room where I'm reading this article at. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, in a statement, Iman Shumpert said that he asked her that she was a visitor at his residence and that he asked her several times to leave after she began to damage his personal property. So it's very clear that she thought that he was flirting with the other woman in the room. She brought that up and started an argument because of that, according to reports. And then she began to damage his property, according to Iman. Okay, so that's why he asked her to leave. The police were called, invited inside. They spoke with multiple people who saw what happened. And after assessing the situation, the police instructed her to leave. She refused, even still, to vacate the property after being asked multiple times to leave. And it was only after officers escorted her outside that she finally left. This matter was quickly closed. I was trying everything that I possibly could to make sure I got back up here. I feel really, really bad. I'm so sorry. And right now I literally just created a hotspot to be able to use for you guys. And I need to know if you guys can see me at all, actually, because a lot of you guys have clicked off. Okay, perfect. A lot of you guys have clicked off. I understand, and I truly apologize. We were talking about, and we're going to go back to talking about, and I don't know why all of a sudden I can't get my green screen back up. I don't know. Hold on, I'll be right back. A mess. What a mess. Okay, there we go. I'm so sorry. I told you guys before that this Wi-Fi where I am is a total bust. And unfortunately, just as an airplane was passing by right now, I was live, and the airplane, I guess, those airplanes must have something on them, because as soon as it passed by, it messed up my frequency, and all of a sudden I was no longer live. So I truly apologize for that. We were discussing and will continue to discuss Iman Shumpert and this woman, Donna Jor, who is saying that he put hands on her. So Donna Jor is now saying, so she left by Uber, which the police called, and she is saying that she wants to see him in court as she walked out of his residence. So what this means is that this woman, Donna Jor, is probably planning on suing Iman Shumpert civilly, because they're not going to press any criminal charges. I don't think at this point. I don't think they are. Just based on everything that I just read and the fact that she doesn't have any evidence. You can listen, you can get your ass beat from left to right, up, down, all around the corner. You can tell the police, this man has been beating me up forever. What's going on, Nana T? You can tell these police, this man been beating my ass for years. But if you don't have no evidence, no videos, no proof, no witnesses, no scars, scrapes, scratches, and bruises, no visible injuries, and nothing to show, it doesn't matter. You can get your ass beat again. You just better make sure you film it next time. Or get your ass beat to a pulp to the point where you have some scars so you can send this man to prison. Because they're not going to do anything to a person that when you have no proof. And so this woman, I think she's a little bit delusional. Lord help her, Lord, because she delulu. Understand? Yes, sir. But either way it went, even if they were to charge Iman Shumpert, he wouldn't get nothing but probably some community service and some damn, but it would ruin his reputation. And I think that, us as women, we get emotional. But imagine being this woman. She's mad because she sees another woman. She thinks that Iman is flirting with another woman that's in the room that she's in. So she flips out, starts destroying the stuff in his house. He asks her to leave. He like, girl, I used to be married to Tayana Taylor. I done had the baddest of the baddest. You ain't all that. You can go ahead and go. You dismissed. We ain't got to be together. You destroying my shit. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? You jealous. You destroying stuff. Get out. She refuses to leave. She starts instead. She's raving, starting an argument. He end up grabbing her by her arm and leg to try to pull her and put her stuff outside. The nigga put he put her. This nigga put her whole suitcase outside. What's going on, AB? Good morning. Put her whole suitcase outside. Dragged her, tried to get her out of his house after he asked her to leave several times. Now, mind you, he has the other female sitting there. Okay, I would be going ape shit crazy on him. Like, I know you didn't just put me out and let the female that I'm jealous of sit there while and watch you put me out this mother, bruh. But she's so emotional that she ruined it, right? So she blows that. So now she gets the Uber and she go home and she like, damn, I'm getting notoriety or emotion off of trespassing in Iman Shumpert house and being a jealous, insecure bitch in front of this other woman. I probably feel stupid right now sitting at home. But instead, I'm just going to go ahead and drag this because I know Iman is never going to talk to me again and he's never going to look at me the same ever again. So I'm just going to drag this as much as I can right now in this atmosphere. Understand? And so I think that this lady is in a bitter place. Iman, you got to be careful who you let up in your house, man. Okay? It's the energy for me. Also, I don't think Iman is a faithful man, and I think that's why Tayana left him. Because what woman wants to leave her husband? You know what I'm saying? Plus, I think he smoked too many blunts. Once your lips get to the point where they black and they just dark and juicy and black, and they just be having spittle right there and like black tar from the papers. Cause y'all know when you smoke weed, it's the papers that makes your lip black. It's not the weed. It's not that you smoke weed. It's the blunts. It's the coloring on the blunts. That coloring is sticking to pigmentation on your lip and making your lip dark. Now, me, when it comes to my upper lip, I just have a natural lip contour, as y'all can see. Jealous. Anyway, but so yes, so I don't think that Iman Shumpert is a faithful man anyway. Plus, I think that she might have been a little disgusted because he got blunt lips. That's just my opinion, though. I had to throw that in there. Clock T. Real quick, before I go into this other little story that I wanted to go into because I thought it was cute, let me talk about Tamar and Funky Dineva right quick, okay? I'm about to do a recap. I'm about to do a weekly tea brew of the videos that I published. I had to put a lot of them on private because they did not make numbers. Y'all got to watch my published videos. Okay. I feel like my channel is a little shadow banned. I don't know what I did. I do have a warning on my channel. So my channel is probably shadow banned because of my community warning. So the numbers didn't do well and I ended up having to put a lot of videos on private. And so on this weekly recap, which is about an hour-long video that I'm about to premiere, you guys will get to see what I had to say about this. But Tamar and Funky Dineva, and it was the beginning of when Funky Dineva first started in, you know, and mentioned the Mendices and Tamar saga. But this is what I have to say. Okay. Funky Dineva is giving me full clout chase. It's giving full unfiltered clout chase. And he doesn't have to do this. And I don't understand why he's doing it when he doesn't have to. But he's effing doing it. He's doing it. You know what I'm saying? He's doing the same thing that these, who I call small bloggers, once you don't want to befriend them or do an internet interview for them, just like the girl called herself interviewing my people and all that stuff, because I didn't want to do an interview for her. You know what I'm saying? They get disgruntled. They get to acting out. Now they want to talk and tell your business all over the internet because you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You said something they didn't like, or you don't want to be their friend, or whatever the case. You know what I mean? And this person is and Funky Dineva is doing it. The energy that Funky Dineva is giving for Tamar and Mendici, Tamar and Mendici are not giving that same energy. As a matter of fact, Tamar just posted on her story. She said, "You tried it and it didn't work." That is in her stories right now. Another thing is, Mendici posted yesterday across his social media, and I saw it on Threads first, that he is purchasing a new home and he's been working with a new woman. There's a woman that he's been working with. She's not Yandy. She's dark skinned. She had on all black yesterday. She's tall. I don't know who she is. I'm trying to figure out in what capacity they're working together because they've been traveling together and building houses together. And so either she's a business partner that he's boinking or she's just a business partner. One of the two. And I need to figure it out. But Mendici and Yand have not had the energy that Funky Dineva have had for I'm sorry, Mendici and Tamar have not had the energy that Funky Dineva have had. Funky Dineva is cloud chasing. Funky Dineva is on the internet saying all this stuff, posting Tamar without her teeth. If you was ever her friend, you wouldn't do no shit like that. Tamar went and got emergency. She went to Dr. Heavenly, got emergency surgery on her damn teeth, got her veneers put right back in. Because it wasn't that she was missing teeth. The foundation of Tamar's teeth did not fall out. Okay, her veneers were broken. There is a difference between missing teeth and her veneers falling out. So the fact that he put the missing teeth on his thumbnail for his video, all of that stuff is just all par for the course of a hater ass person who's mad and disgruntled because you don't mess with him no more. Period. Funky Dineva is sitting over there with stage one cancer need to be cut out of his ass crack because he has prostate cancer. Okay. And is over there worried about Tamar and who she's sleeping with and where she's slinging her puss. But meanwhile, your bus needs to be cut up and cut and all of those things. And I have nothing against Funky Dineva, mind you. But there's more things to worry about. At the end of the day, that birthday party was for you from Tamar. This is the shit that I'll be talking about, how Tamar gets treated, and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? This energy comes from out of nowhere. Oh, and all she had to do was not mention it, that it was my birthday and this, that, and the other. You sound so stupid, Funky Dineva, like a clout chaser. Like you ain't had enough up your that you need to go sit on Tamar's to do and bust a alligator death twirl on her shit. Why are you on Tamar's peen that hard? That's crazy. I don't understand it. Clout chase. And at the end of the day, if Tamar was ever your fist, is somebody who just threw a party for you. So is it giving scripted? Is it giving fake energy? Is it giving clout chase? I want your attention. Is it giving I'm hurt? Is it giving mental instability? What is it giving, Funky Dineva? Because it's not giving what you think it's giving. It's giving bitter, broke, bum, and left out. That's what it's giving. The reason why I didn't go in Tamar's house is because after she got done kissing Mendicis in that car, ugh. Bitch, if I'm ever your friend and I'm kissing a nigga in a car, I don't give a fuck who it is, and I'm kissing a nigga in a car, don't make that your personal problem. What are you talking about? I'm doing what I do. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm your homegirl. We're in the car together. We're all partying. We're all inebriated. We turned up. I'm sorry to say this, regardless of anybody's thoughts. Guess what? Yandy and Mendicis are not married. Sorry to bust everybody's bubble. They have zero marriage certificate. Just because you can call somebody your husband and you can call a person your wife and you can put a fucking ring on your fingers and say, this is a promise ring that I promise to be with you for the rest of my life, doesn't fucking mean that you're married. You don't have any legal standing to be this man's wife. If Medici passed away, Yandy would have no legal standing to plan his funeral. His family would have to do it. She wouldn't be able to go in the hospital and be like, no, I don't want them people. The way that Khloe Kardashian was able to go to Lamar Odom's hospital when he fell out, passed out from trying to fuck them bitches off up in Las Vegas at the Bunny Ranch with the coke and fell out off of the cocaine because he couldn't handle the high. Yeah. Okay. The same way Khloe Kardashian was in that hospital, stopping people from coming up them stairs to see him, it would have been the same thing. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? And it just bees like that. But I think that do not ever in your lifetime, okay, make Tamar, and it's bad because Tamar already going through enough. She's already going through enough. Just saying, I'm just saying, y'all see what she's dealing with. If you've ever been a black sheep in your family, and mind you, I have the same dynamic. I have 5 sisters and 1 brother on one side of my family. I have the same dynamic. All the T's, the Tony, Tawanda, Tania. I have Denise, Denisha, Denitra, Danita, Danica, Denasia, and Brandon. I have the same thing that she has. I am the same. It's the same. Only difference is I'm the middle child and the most darkest and the darkest child. Even though I'm not dark though, I'm beautiful chocolate caramel gorgeousness. But I'm the darkest one. You know what I'm saying? So I know where Tamar's mentality be at with her family. I don't deal with any of my sisters. I don't deal with any. I deal with one, my oldest one. That's it. Because the drama gets too crazy when it comes to that type of family dynamic where there's 5 girls and 1 boy. I lived it. I'm living it. I have the same life. The same shit they going through, not speaking to Wanda don't speak to Tamar, and Trina don't speak to Tamar. I'm going through the same shit. Same shit. Same thing. Literally. Kids involved, the same way they got their niece involved, kids involved in everything. So that's what I'm saying. People don't understand because they watch it from the outside looking in. But as a person who's living and have lived Tamar's parallel, you know what I'm saying? Tamar's going through a lot mentally just because of she have to deal with that being her family alone because she has no one to turn to there. There's no safety space for her right there. There's nobody that is going to just accept who she is, her for who she is, and let her be her comfortably without feeling like they need to insert themselves into her existence in a way that she doesn't want them to. All I want is your love. All I want is your support. Keep your advice. Just love me or don't deal with me. And they've chosen to do that part. And we've all been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? So for Funky Dineva to know that Tamar are going through all this shit, you still supposed to be her friend? You and her, this was your Tamar, you need to be careful who you rolling around with. Okay? Make sure you watch the small bloggers, Tamar. Listen to my message, because I'm a small blogger now, right? Listen to my message, okay? Miss, make sure you watch who you rolling around with, because Funky Dineva was never your motherfucking friend. Funky Dineva is on the internet trying to make you seem like you are sleeping with a man that is married. First of all, Yandy and Mendici are not married, and they are not even together. Yandy and Mendici are not even a couple. And Funky Dineva knows that. The whole blogosphere knows that Yandy and Mendici are not actually together in real life. Okay? They've been broken up about a year or so, actually. So for Funky Dineva to get on the internet and try to make Tamar look like she's home wrecking Mendici and Yandy, it's wrong. He knows it's wrong because he already know that shit's not true. It's actually slander, and he'll say allegedly, and the way Funky Dineva say allegedly is allegedly. And it's like, where does that energy come from for someone who threw you a birthday party, who you was at her party that night, who she's hanging out with you, having fun, and think you her friend? Tamar, please be careful where you spend your funds, my love. Imagine Funky Dineva being your friend, and you over here, you kissing your nigga and hanging out with this nigga that you just met. We all know Hollywood recycles each other. They all recycle each other. Motorcycle clubs, they recycle each other. It happens. Like, fuck. What the hell? And then yo gay homeboy all of a sudden on the internet telling all your business. You hanging out with your friend, you thinking this man your friend, and he thinking while he in your stretch limo with all these famous people. She know I'm a blogger, right? Ugh, that's ugly. That's ugly. If I wanted to expose my DMs and expose a whole bunch of people and my conversations with them and all that stuff right now, I actually really could. That's not cute. Like, what are you talking about? Like, do you know I found out I don't have one of my devices that had over like 100 celebrity conversations on it, like about all kinds of shit. And I didn't publish them. I might have put them in my Google Drive, because I'm not going to lie. I put them in my Google Drive, and I am going to find them, and I am going to publish them in my Patreon. I ain't going to hold you. But I didn't publish them at the time. Like, that's ugly. That's not cute. Don't do that, Funky Dineva. You know that's not cute. Okay? And as far as Tamar goes, Tamar, you just need to be more careful who you calling your friends and who you do your business in front of. Like Tamar is not everybody's cup of tea. Everybody knows that she has mental issues. She got a lot she dealing with. She don't express herself the right way. Her communication might be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like Tamar have her perception of life is like she doesn't realize how wild she is. Let me tell y'all a story. One day I was at my homeboy house, right? And I was faded. I was drunk as hell, and I was on his bed. And I remember I remember bouncing on his bed. I remember bouncing. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I said. I don't know, but I remember I was bouncing on his bed. And the next thing I know, he had my arm behind my back, had me in a chicken wing, and he was like, "Now stop, okay?" He was like, "Stop doing that in this house. I need you to calm down in this house, or you're gonna have to leave." And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it tripped me out because I didn't realize, what am I doing in your house that's making you put me in a chicken wing? Like, what? But sometimes people don't realize their own actions. They don't realize how they're coming across. They don't realize that they might be wild than a motherfucker, because I'm a wild bitch. And that's one thing that I've come to realize about myself. I'm a really wild woman. You know what I'm saying? I can go there. Like, I'll get there. I'll take you through this motherfucker. Like, I'll take you through that shit. You know what I'm saying? I will take you through there. You heard? So I think Tamar don't realize that she's the type of woman that will take people through there. And I think that she doesn't see her own actions as toxic or over the top or uncontrollable or unacceptable. And sometimes you have to have those timeouts, because I've had mine, where you and they come in different ways. I'm not saying she need to go to jail or no prison or nothing. I'm saying it's just timeout. Maybe just people don't talk to you for a while until you come to your realizations that you need to calm down. You need to relax. You need to respect the people around you. Have more courtesy. You need to have more manners. You don't have to say everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say every thought that comes to your brain. It's okay to use a filter. That's what ghetto girls do. Project bitches. They say everything that comes to their mind and don't use a filter. They hang out with any nigga that want to hang out with them without using discernment. I need you to not be that project bitch, Tamar. I need you to stop hanging out with bitches like Funky Dineva and use your discernment. I need you to not say everything that comes to your mind just because you feel like you can. It's okay to not. It's a skill to not. And as a Christian like, as Tamar claims that she is, ma'am, you don't use a goddamn piece of discernment hanging out with a Funky Dineva who talking about that he wants your ex-fiance to be his lawyer. Honey, and Funky Dineva went off. Oh, and this, that, looking like a damn fool. Okay? A clout chasing fool, Funky. You was looking funky here on the internet. Okay? Go to Funky Dineva page and go down his uploads to 9 fucking years ago. Okay, go to 9 years ago. And Funky Dineva, I want you to ask yourself if you're that same girl that would have been begging for Tamar's attention 9 years ago when you was wearing those wigs and those ugly crusty wigs and that pink toe up ass lipstick, thinking that you would be a woman, but you had to convert back into being a man because that did not work for you. What did work for you was being your authentic self and whoever you came across to be, okay? And it got you in the good graces of Tamar Braxton. And then you showed us who you really were, which is a clout chaser and a person who will pop off on their homegirls for minding their own business. Not for nothing. Tamar kissing Mendeezy, if she did or didn't, don't have shit to do with no funky ass Dineva. I just want to put that like that. Stay out that grown ass woman business and what she doing with her vajayjay. What? Fuck out of here. I didn't appreciate that from a personal level. Mind your business, bitch. Anyway, all right, and it was all but appropriate for you to take your ass home. If Tamar was kissing Mendeezy and they were going in the house, then yeah, that's your cue as her homeboy to take your ass home. That's what you should have done. You know, Funky don't even put it out there like, oh, you know why I didn't go upstairs? Because after her and Mendeezy got done kissing in a car, I felt uncomfortable because this and that and the other. First of all, then that's not your homegirl. You're weird. Sitting up judging your homegirls for kissing a nigga in a car that you know they both single and lonely ass bitches. You already know what's up with that. Funky Dineva. Then you got the motherfucking nerve to like, I don't give a damn what I do. I don't give a damn what I do. If you're my homegirl, okay, you're not in the car with me judging me based on what the fuck I'm doing with a nigga in my car. Bitch, get out. You don't have to be my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like what? He made it seem like it was Tamar's privilege for him to come upstairs into her home. Funky Dineva, go sit your ass down, literally, in the hospital, in the doctor. 2 chemo for you. Okay? And I hope your health get better, baby. And I hope your mental health get better as well. Because where's that energy coming from? Raggedy as hell for no good reason. All right, let's talk about Bernie Mac. I wanted to, and this is the last subject that we're going to talk about, you guys, because we are at this point 49 minutes in, and I had a really bad pause to where I had to put some Wi-Fi on a phone that don't even do Wi-Fi. Okay, I nigga rigged this phone so bad to get back on this live. Y'all have no clue. So hit the like button. Make sure y'all hype this video up. Make sure y'all hype me up. Hey, hype me up. Hey, hype me up. What? Teahive hype me up. Period. Throw diamonds in the chat. Make sure y'all do super chats, all that extra shit, whatever you can do to support. And make sure you guys head to my Patreon. Yes, I said it. I'm also going to be using different formats on my website to try to figure out my zhush for how I want to format my articles on my website. So we're going to figure it out. Also, if you guys are not subscribed to Teahive Bookclub and Teahive Movie Night here on YouTube, make sure you guys are subscribed to that. As far as the book club, I will be reading different books for my website than I'm reading on my Patreon. So make sure you guys join me for that. And then also, I am reading Falling in Love with Diddy on, it's a fan fiction book on Wattpad. I'm reading that right now on Teahive Book Club channel here on YouTube. So make sure that you guys are tuned in. Make sure you guys are following me on all social media at Truh Diamond. I'm talking about TikTok and Matilda. TikTok and thank you, Pretty Passion, period. Matilda and Pretty Passion, Nana T. TikTok, Patreon, all those places, Bigo. That's where I'm live all day. I'm on social media all day, the entirety of the day. You just have to figure out where I'm live at, literally. I can be on Twitch. I can be on Teahive Book Club. I can be on TikTok. I might be on whatever. But I'm trying to get my Instagram followers up to 1G, which I've been doing really good. I've gotten like 10 followers in the past couple days. But I like organic followers. I don't like walking around asking people, please subscribe to me. Please follow me. I like my shit to be completely authentic. I'm not buying no subscribers. I'm not buying no views. I'm not doing none of that shit. If my shit don't get views, it just ain't gonna get it. I'm not doing none of that fake shit. I'm not faking with these people on this internet. I'm not doing none of it. Y'all already know I come too real and too raw for that. So what it is. Follow me around social media. Keep in touch with me. YouTube is an unstable place. We don't know when YouTube is going to go down, go up. We don't know what the hell going to go on with YouTube. YouTube unstable as hell. And that's just the truth about the fact of the matter. Okay, period. Let's get to this last story, y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Don't go nowhere. I'm just going to blow my nose. I'll be right back. Real quick is if you guys have been in touch with Yusuf, please let him know that Diamond is trying to call him. All right, let's get into this very last story that I want to talk about. I want to talk about Bernie Mac's daughter. Bernie Mac's story of him passing away has never been really told before in this way. And Janice McCullough, his daughter, is sharing his final moments with us from her perspective in regards to her father, the legend, comic. Okay, none other than our boy, Mr. Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Okay, Mr. Bernie Mac. And she's just talking about how her dad was a hero to her, taught her all type of lessons. Now, you guys know that I was a daddy's girl. I am a daddy's girl. I lost my father, and that was the worst thing in the world to me. If I had him right now, my life would be totally different because that was my one best friend. So again, in describing these situations, and the tea that I chose for this video today is because they resonated with my heart. You heard me, all of it. You heard what I said to you. Okay, let's go. Janice, the late legendary Bernie Mac's only daughter and the vice president of his foundation, the Bernie Mac Foundation, talked to Dead Talks podcast, and she recounted a raw account of what it was like to lose her father, who was both a public figure and a large presence in their family. Yes, rest in peace to our boy Bernie Mac. Obviously, he was a good daddy. Hello. Okay, we need more like him, right? She said that her relationship with her father was full bodied love, and it was complicated, it was strength, um, and that she felt loneliness and grief when he left. She said, "My dad was the kind of man that didn't deal with feelings or emotions. You toughed it out." Funny because my dad was the same way, girl. Okay. My dad was my superhero. Superheroes don't die. I was like, he's not. My dad can't die. He can't be dead. Now, Bernie Mac died in August of 2008, and by July of 2009, she said that she was knee deep in depression and very suicidal, and that she had the ideations. She said, "I used to sit in my parents' basement, and my dad was a proud card carrying member of the NRA and had an arsenal of guns. And I used to think, well, you know what? I could just take one of these and pew pew my brains out. Then I wouldn't have to deal with this anymore and I'd be done." She said that she'd sit by the safe that Bernie Mac kept his weapons in, just hoping that she would one day get the courage to do it. The only reason I did it was because I was like, man, that would be, I'm sorry, the only reason why I didn't do it is because I was like, man, that would be so mean to do to my mom. She just lost her husband. Not only would I be unalived, she would have to clean up after me. I can't do that to her, so I won't do that. She then detailed other ways that she could have taken her life, but found reasons not to. She said, "So then I just got to the point where I was like, all right, God, if you're real and you love me the way the church told me you do, when I go to sleep at night, I won't wake up in the morning." But she still woke up, and that's when she realized that she needed to go to therapy. She said that the therapist asked her, "What brings you here?" And she said, the passing away of her father, Bernie Mac. She said, "It's been almost a year since my father passed away, and I don't sleep well. I don't eat." She said, "I can't really eat." And I was just naming all the things I was feeling. And I never forgot. She was like the first person I ever felt gave me permission to be okay with grieving my dad. She said, "Oh, honey, that's grief." And you know what? This is a moment for his daughter. I feel like this is a huge moment for her to come out and share these type of thoughts about what she went through with her dad and the fact that she felt like she didn't want to be in here anymore because her dad wasn't here. That's a big deal. Like I literally went through that. It was so bad that I got to the point where I made a plan and I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. I have children and people that are looking at me and love me, and then I have my Teahive and all that stuff. I can't do that to the people around me that are motivated, that love me. We have to keep going. Like, and let this be a lesson to us all who are grieving, who's going through something, even if we're grieving someone that's alive, if we're grieving a relationship, if we're grieving a dog that passed away, whatever that relationship is, whatever that is, let this be a lesson for us all that joy comes in the morning light, and you literally don't have to continue to live in it. There are healthy ways to deal with every emotion, even if you feel like there's not. And remember that God won't put more on you than you can bear. And I think that that's the point that she got to, right? She said her memories trace Bernie Mac's long battle with sarcoidosis, which he was diagnosed with in 1986, and the medical decline that led to his hospitalization in 2008. She detailed the sophisticated drugs that gave him toxic reactions that kept him hospitalized. She said that his final days were harrowing and that he briefly, y'all, this about to hurt y'all when I tell y'all this. So just I'm giving y'all a trigger warning right quick. I'm giving y'all a quick trigger warning as to what led to this girl being depressed, okay? None of us really have to go through this. This is what Bernie Mac did while he was on his deathbed to his daughter, okay? Trigger warning. She said the last few days of his life were harrowing. He briefly regained consciousness and eerily looked her in the eye through all his machines and stuff, and he mouthed to her, "I'm dead." Okay? That was the last thing that Bernie Mac said to his daughter. That he woke up from his coma-like state looked at his daughter and said, I'm dead. Okay? So, yes, I understand 100% why this young lady is as traumatized as she is. That is absolutely horrible. That is the most horrible thing. It's like a shell of you're watching your parent be a shell of a person. There's nothing there. Then all of a sudden, they you see their spirit pop in and they mouth to you like, I'm dead. And then they go back into their shell. That is creepy as hell. That's creepy as hell. Don't nobody want to go through that with their parent. The hell? Okay, I understand this girl's plight in this situation. The Thursday before he died, she said he opened his eyes. He was on the ventilator. And she asked, do you know who I am? And this is before he said the I'm dead thing. And he said, why the hell wouldn't I know who you are? So at one point or another, um he was popping in and out as she's describing. That is some scary shit. Like that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Um, and she thought he was gonna be okay when he said the little situation with with her mom, like why the hell wouldn't I know who you are? And then all of a sudden that situation happened with him, going down, crashing, going down, coming up and saying that. Um, and she said when he said I'm dead, she was like, "What? What do you need? What do you want?" And she told him no, and he nodded to her, yes. And she said, "You're a terrible patient" to him. And and so he said it again. So he said it twice to her. Um, but then she went on to do impressions of him and other things like that. I just know one thing that I do know is that Bernie Mac clearly was a very, very involved person in his child's life and his daughter's life. This was his only daughter, and like I only have one daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I make sure that I don't give a damn if my daughter send me to prison. I don't give a damn if my daughter I don't give a damn what she do. That's my only daughter. And I'm going to make sure that she knows my presence because I have to die one day. Everything that happens to me on earth, this is biblical. And so listen to this carefully. Nothing you go through right here on earth matters. None of it. Nothing that you have, all the little riches and shit that P. Diddy and Jay-Z and Beyonce have, none of that shit matters. It doesn't matter. None of that shit is nothing. It doesn't stay. It's none of that is stable. They can pass that shit down to Blue Ivy and guess what? She gonna die and none of it's gonna be hers. None of that, nothing you do here matters here on this earth. Everything you do should be glorifying the kingdom of God. So everything should be about that. Even if it's through your talents of cursing people out and telling jokes, right? Like Bernie Mac. Let everything that have breath praise the Lord. Let the instruments and the harp praise the Lord, right? Let the song and dance, right? So anything that you do, singing, dancing, showing your talent, me talking to y'all right now, anything that I do, my blogging, my whatever, I should be showing God gave me this talent. I should be showing y'all God showed me how to do this. God gave me these words to tell you today about this celebrity and to continue this celebrity's career and make them famous and all this stuff. And you know what I'm saying? This is my God giving you all of that for a reason. But with that being said, because I went on a little tangent just now, just know God will never put more on us than we can bear. And I'm so glad to hear that Bernie Mac's daughter went ahead and made it through that situation. I'm going to tell you guys a story real quick, and I'm going to end on this note because I went over an hour. And I don't know if you guys know, but as a blogger, talking for over an hour with no breaks and like no videos to show you guys is exhausting. Okay, I'm just being real with you. So, real quick, um, damn, what was I saying? God won't put more on you than you could bear, I said. And then I was talking about how damn, I forgot the story that I wanted to tell you guys that quick. Which story was it? Let me go back. Let me go back and listen to myself so I can remember what I wanted to say. Hold on. Let me go back. I have to now I gotta chime into my own video. Give me a second. Now I gotta chime into my own video. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay? None of us really have to go through this. This is what Bernie Mac did while he was on his deathbed to his daughter. Okay? Trigger warning. She
And she said, when he said, I'm dead, she was like, what? What do you need? What do you want? And she told him no. And he nodded to her.
Uh-oh, y'all. My bad. Hold on. I gotta get.
Uh-oh, y'all. My bad. Hold on. I gotta get. Uh-oh, y'all. My bad. Hold on. I gotta get. Uh-oh, y'all. My bad. Hold on. I gotta get.
That's called the infinite roll right there, y'all. Just in case y'all don't know video schematics or terminology, what y'all just heard is called an infinite roll. So like if you look in a mirror and you look at another mirror and then you see this has like this infinite dimensions of mirrors, it's the same thing with the video sound. Hold on. I don't know why this won't let me go back. I wanted to tell y'all a story and I don't remember which one.
You are. And then all of a sudden that situation happened with him, going down, crashing, going down, coming up and saying that. And she said, when he said, I'm dead, she was like, what? What do you need? What do you want? And she told him.
I did it again. Okay, so I don't remember the story that I was going to tell you guys, but just know, follow me around on my social media. I just want to say in regards to the situation with Bernie Mac that we all cannot go back. Yeah, you can go back. You can go back. I don't remember the story. I'll remember it later and I'll probably do it on a short. Like I'll probably upload a short and I'll put it, you'll see it on the title, like the story I wanted to tell on my Bernie Mac video or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, you can definitely do that. I'm gonna wait 1 second for you just to see if you can figure it out what I was talking about because I so don't remember. Because I have a lot on my mind that I need to have go on, and it is 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock on the dot. Yeah, we all are grieving something, in our lives. Rather that is a relationship of a breakup, rather that is we no longer can go back to this job or this church or whatever it is. We're all grieving something. Just know, like, nothing on this earth is meant to last forever. That's why we have to be careful what we do and how we treat people. But nothing and no one, okay, not one is meant to last forever on this earth. And so we need to prepare our minds and to deal with these situations before they even occur. And it's unfortunate, but like the moment that you push your child out, like prepare your mind that anything could happen. By 5 years old, that child could be gone. Could be forever too, if you understand what I'm saying, 5 years later. So we all need to build that resilience and have our minds prepared to just know that y'all might see me today and tomorrow I can be gone. Understand that, okay? All right, but Matilda, I don't know what happened. I don't remember the story. I'll probably upload it on a short. Shout out to Nana T, Queen Keish, KO the Birkin, Sam I Am, AB, and Matilda for interacting today on the video. I will holler at y'all later. Peace and love.